Happy New Year, first of all. I really wanted to make a big change in the way I think and kind of my relationship with food. And I'm not going to treat this as a New Year's resolution because honestly, I don't really believe in them. I don't really believe in because the reason why I don't believe in New Year's resolutions is because I think that you should be setting yourself goals all the time, not just the new year. And I get it, like some people want to use it as a kind of a fresh, clean slate. But then honestly, like it's just more of a feeling of, in my opinion, it feels like it's heightened at a certain point of the year, right? So when you set yourself New Year's resolutions or goals, I feel like it's really good for the first couple of weeks, and then when it hits like another month, like March or July or whatever, like they literally do not exist. So I think it's always really good to have goals all at all points in time, whether it be in January 1st or November 7th, right? It doesn't matter. I think it's also a good way, if you can use it as a way of redefining your goals in on January 1st. I think that's all right, to be honest. One of the things I really wanted to discuss is actually my relationship with food. And I'm going to be completely honest, it's really impacted me in a negative way, especially when I'm going to the gym and trying to achieve something physique wise and training wise. And it's so counterproductive not doing the same with your diet. I'm going to the gym now actually all the time whenever I drive. 99% of the time it's towards going to the gym. And that's why I like making these videos because it's just chill. I'm gonna go and do a workout and I like to share my thoughts along the way. Honestly, like my relationship with food, like I love food. I love food so much. I love, and I can eat a lot. And I'm not a big person or anything like that. So I'm kind of lucky in that sense where for some reason I haven't put on maybe crazy amount of weight or anything like that. I've never really been that kind of person. But when I do store weight, it's always in my stomach. And I grew up skinny fat or whatever, but it's always in my stomach. And I always want to get very lean for the summer. And I really want to be in really good shape, feel good, have abs. But I leave it always too late. Every year this happens. I always leave it too late. Last year I left it till like April and I needed a six pack by June, and obviously it never happened even though I tried. And the year before that, I probably started in about March and I did all right, but it was never like what I really wanted. So this time I really wanted to just redefine and rewrite the script, and I want to start like as early as possible. And I think it all comes down to having a good relationship with food. Now, I'm very easily persuaded, especially when it comes to food. If someone says let's go McDonald's, I will never say no. I will always be like, yeah, let's do it because I love fast food. I had a very bad relationship with Uber Eats. I'd always order online, and I just noticed as that kind of person that really falls under the trap of fast food, bad food, processed food all the time. And even when I go to work, I'd always try and order out. I like not order out, I'd just go in and buy something rather than making my own food or getting a healthier option. But this is where things change now, and I'm gonna change in the sense be a lot more disciplined when it comes to the choices I make with food, in terms of what I eat. But it all comes down to your mentality and your relationship with food. Now, I've decided that when I get the or when I'm presented with food that is not good for me, when I know it's not good for me, aka if it's fast food, if it's processed food, sugars, stuff like that, I'm gonna say no, no matter how hard it is, and I will always try to go for the healthy option. And I realized that when you get presented with a situation where you have to choose whatever food that is given to you, aka Let's say someone tells me let's go McDonald's, and that's when I have the option to say no. But all the time I normally say yes because I'm not disciplined when it comes to food, and I always love to go for the fast food option. But this is when I change it. So when this situation happens next, it could be today, it could be tomorrow, whenever it happens, I have to mentally resist and be so disciplined and say no. And I need to keep track of that. And when I say no, and when I switch to a different, healthier option, I'm gonna be really, really satisfied, and I'm gonna thank myself literally on the spot. Thanks for doing this, because then the next situation comes. It slightly becomes easier for me to say no, and it's like a compound effect. The more times you say no to that thing that you really want, that desire, the higher the delay of gratification that you build within yourself. And then you're just building this momentum shift of being able to say no. I'm going to try and reiterate to myself every day that I need to stay disciplined with food. And I'm going to keep track. I'm going to track my progress, and eventually, hopefully by maybe by May, I should be able to take a good video where I can kind of show you the actual after effects. But it's all about keeping accountable and being super disciplined when it comes to the choice selection that you have when it comes to food.